Trouble continues surrounding the Mexican and United States border. Riots have broken out in the streets as civilians protest the release of Hector Rodriguez. The drug kingpin is responsible for dozens of bombings across the capital.
You want to beat terror? You gotta play the same game. Alejandro. I broke him down and built him back up. He's the best there is. Sicario. We do this, he's your man. You want to go to war? You want to see this thing through? I'm gonna have to get dirty.
Hitman 2-3, this is Hitman 2. What's the status? Over. 2-3, stand by. Goliath, this is 2 Bravo. Request permission to engage. Enemy is unaware of our presence at this time. Over. Solid copy. Hitman 2-3, Echo 5 Foxtrot. This is Hitman 2 Actual. You are approved to engage in 5 mics.
I'm cutting you loose.
How loose?
No rules this time.
No idea what you're doing.
We're going to war.
With who?
Everyone.
Adios.
Sicario 2. We've been waiting for this movie for, what, 3 years or so?
Well, you have.
Drinks?
This is the most anticipated film of Blake's entire life, the day of the Soldado. And when that day arrived, you saw it with me, and then you saw it again 2 days later.
I did.
You know that
Just to
now,
digest
guys.
things. Look, I feel that Taylor Sheridan has rushed this script. Sicario 1 for me was like 7, like American History X, like Fight Club. It belongs in that realm. And the good thing about those movies, they don't have sequels, do they?
That's true. What, are you saying that you didn't want a sequel to this, or you did?
I kind of did, I kind of didn't. I just wish the script had had a little more time to finesse in Taylor Sheridan's head.
You know, with this one, Blake, I think they went a bit Benicio over the top, if you know what I mean.
Del over the top.
Hey?
Benicio Del over the top.
What did I say? Essentially, it's a sequel, but it's also kind of like a spin-off as well. I think that this movie is this generation's U.S. Marshals. You remember that movie that came out after The Fugitive, and like Tommy Lee Jones was the support character, and then he has his own movie, and they're mainlining Tommy Lee Jones and just like, get out of a doghouse and get out of here. Your fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. Go get him.
You go get him, boy.
Go get him, boy. And it's a little bit like that here. So you've got the Texans, love Texans, and you've got them all here, and they're doing what they do best, but they're just doing it a bit brasher, a bit louder, and just not as effective, but still enjoyable.
This one's more about human trafficking, not about the drugs, so to speak, and it just focuses on that kidnapping, getting people across the border into the US kind of side, and you know, people get captured, people die doing that, and then the cartel's just ruthlessly taking people's money for it. So, yeah.
We're going to Juarez.
Yeah. They upped the budget about $5 million. do you see it that much? Probably in the aerial shots and everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't really show itself that much more than the original.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, you can tell that like they want it to be bigger, but actually the scale feels a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's sort of like, oh, we're going out there and now everyone's involved, but you sort of feel like, okay, it's strangely enough does feel like a smaller movie, and even though you've got all the explosions and everything there, it doesn't quite get to that sort of like amazing peak where it's just like brings everyone together. It's kind of everyone has their little stories together and
it doesn't crescendo in the same way as the first one.
No.
But yeah, some people say the first one doesn't crescendo at all.
they're lying.
Yeah.
What's Benicio's character's name?
Alejandro.
It's Alejandro.
Medellin.
Yeah, Medellin. Sicario. Puto!
But that's kind of the thing I liked about Sicario 2. It did focus on Alejandro, on Benicio del Over-the-Top's character a little bit more. It also focused on the relationship between Carver and Alejandro, who's Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
So I think Josh Brolin was amazing. I think that's his peak character. I think no other character suits him as a person. I think he just kind of loves that role. You can see it oozing out of him.
You can, and like he's obviously washed off all that purple makeup from Thanos and Avengers Infinity War, and he's just getting back to what he does best, which is waterboarding people, just shooting people for no reason, and Deadpool 2, exactly, and just like just taking names, going, I'm gonna have to get dirty. To put it bluntly, Emily Blunt was sorely missed in this production.
I love Emily.
I just, she's amazing. I mean, go see her in The Quiet Place or A Quiet Place. It's either one or the other. And, she's such a badass. And she wasn't here. And it just, like, lacked a bit of that emotional soul that Sicario had. It's like, it's the big gruff men and they're taking everyone down and they're grabbing grenades and they're throwing it in the cars next to them and they're exploding and flying away. That's amazing. That's amazing. But look, if Blunt was doing it, you'd just be like, oh, this is the coolest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Edge of
amazing.
Edge of Tomorrow was cool.
Yeah. Like, what do they call it? The Iron Bitch?
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Iron Bitch, yeah. I miss the Iron Bitch.
There is a female protagonist in the film, Isabella Mona, who is a drug cartel boss's daughter that they kidnap.
Yeah.
But I thought she did really well.
Yeah.
She's only young. I think she's, 15, 16?
Sounds about right. I wouldn't be surprised if she showed us up in X-Men First Class 3 or something like that.
Yeah,
they always find these like really hip young things and go, you know what, you can be a mutant. You're a mutant now.
Yeah, you're a mutant.
They always are.
Join the army.
Yeah, join the army. There were certain elements to it which were so freaking clever. There was a whole kidnap situation in this, and the guys are painting themselves into a corner. You're like, how on earth are they going to get out of this? And the solution is so simple yet so effective. I almost got up and applauded. I was like, this is what going to the movies is all about. Blake, did you like the action? Did you like the action? Yeah?
I did like the action.
Yeah.
Look, as far as action films go, which it is, I really loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great movie. I will happily watch it. But compared to...
I will happily watch it. You did watch it. He did watch it, yeah.
I watched it twice already.
Yeah.
But I will watch it again, and I think only because of the first do people's expectations were so high.
Yeah.
Would it be better if this didn't exist? Probably. But that's just the sequel heaven that we live in at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sicario was a character study, and this is just like a big man film. It's a man film.
Yeah.
It's just like going, men like this type of movie. We're just going to really man it up.
Yeah.
So every chance you get, you're going to shoot someone in the face, or like
without any thought
blow up a
as to
truck,
why.
or just like going, oh, there's 10 people in the back of this truck.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? Just shoot them all down. Quick, let's get another night vision scope on there and look through the night vision scope. With this film, I feel like it's really trying to tell you how to feel. Like it's going, this is important. Somebody is blowing up in a supermarket. You will be profoundly impacted by what's happening now. And I didn't feel that with Sicario. It was very organic. I was more shocked because it's almost like the movie is like showing you that it's building up as opposed to just like gently building the tension and easing you into it. And I think that was just the one major problem I had with it. And it knows that, like in the original Sicario, music was a huge part of it. It was a character in the story as well as everyone else that was playing their part. And in this, it wasn't as effective. It was just like, let's just throw some some drum, bass, and drone in there and just like tell everyone how they're feeling. And it just sort of detracted a little bit from it, especially with the sequences at night with the helicopters. It's like, this is happening. They are going over the border. They are going to die. This is insane. This is intense. You will love this action movie. Hey, Blake, you saw it twice. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. It was a 6.5 and then it moved to a 7. So, yeah.
That's it? That's what you want to say about it? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm with you, Blake. I'm going to give it a 7. I think originally I was going to give it a 7.5. I think I was more hepped up on that idea of it when I came out of it. But the more I thought about it, I just was like, you're just not as good as Sicario. You're a decent watch, a good beer and pizza movie with some good action, and like, you know, any Brolin and Del Toro is good enough for me. And that's, you know, enough to, you know, float my boat until the eventual part 3.
If the sequel came out before, like, if that was number 1, and then Sicario 2 came out, Sicario 2 would be the best sequel ever.
If Sicario, what do you mean? If Sicario...
If they swapped.
Yeah, if they swapped. Because if you watch it, you'd be watching this going, oh, this is a cool movie. I'd like to see where it goes next. And then you flipped it with Emily Blunt going, God damn it. Then that would be like the Terminator 2, the Mount Everest of sequels.
Agreed.
But alas, that's not the world we live in, and this is what you're going to have to deal with. But I'll happily watch them back to back when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Tom, so you want to be Sicario?